Gezi, congratulations through to the next round. How would you sum up the performance?
To be honest, I thought I was struggling through our game, but came off and seen the stats, and I averaged around 100, I think, which is decent. But yeah, I felt like I was pretty poor in our game in patches and didn't play particularly well. And it's a lot more in the tank.
The last sector of that game, you seemed to be really flat. We didn't see any celebrations from you or anything, where at the start you were really pumped up. Was there any reason for that, why you seemed to just dip those levels slightly?
Yeah, I just felt like I needed to keep myself composed. Sometimes I can, and I was forcing not to let my emotions get the best of me, and sometimes that's what happens, and I can let out the emotions, and then the next pitch or the next leg's not so good, so sometimes I try and control it, and I did in that game. And I think possibly that's what got me over the winning line, is just trying to keep everything intact and then let it go at the end.
But like you say, that big emotional outpour at the end, was that keeping it in for that?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, for a lot of legs, and I was beating myself up, missing opportunities. I did a big score, and then I did absolute rubbish, and just sort of kept him in the game. And I went to the table and I felt like the 150 was going out. And it did, and I was like, just give myself a kick up the backside. So I just break him here now and get the match done, and I did.
You come in here in great form. Everyone's talking about the Iceman again, winning tournaments. That confidence is there. When you see like Luke Humphries crash out, what's your thoughts? Because he's one of the main rivals for the title.
To be honest, I really don't care about the other players. Whether they're in or out. I don't play all of them. I can only play 4 or 5 games in this tournament. So. Yeah, I just concentrate on my game and getting through my rounds, and then if I get the final, then happy days. Once I'm there, I've got a chance of winning and lifting the trophy up. Regardless of who's gone out, there's so many good players in this tournament. Whether in the top 16 in the world or top 16 in the Pro Tour, it's going to be really tough.
Congratulations! That 150 checkout, was that the pivotal moment in the game? Because after that, you were absolutely relentless for the last few legs.
Well, I was 2 legs left. After I broke him, I thought, just hold my own throw. And that's what I did, but I sort of expected that 150 to go in, because that's what's been happening to me, not so much the last year, but a little bit before that, when things don't go your way, and I thought, just keep my composure, and I did, and I got over the winning line.
You've been in imperious form on the Euro Tour and the World Series. Is this the best you've felt coming into a World Matchplay for a long time?
Possibly for the last 2 or 3 years, but 2021, 22, I think I was in a bit better form and a bit more confident, but that's going to come back hopefully over the next couple of weeks.
How important is it for you to keep this winning feeling going now, and do you feel it's going to have to take something special to stop you this week?
I wouldn't say something special, but I'm playing well, and I averaged 100 today and felt like it was an 85 or a 90 average, and didn't think I performed, but it's a lot more in the tank, which is good, and I feel like I've got a hell of a lot more to give in this tournament. And getting through the first round is always tough for me, and once I do, then I'm dangerous. So I think it's a good tournament for me now.
Well done tonight, Gezi. How important have the last 2 or 3 weeks been to make sure that you've got that confidence and you've got that excellent form coming into this tournament, which is obviously the second highest pay pot in the PDC? Yeah,
obviously it's nice to win tournaments leading up to any major, but. To win a World Series, which probably ain't a major, but or a European, but it's 2 good tournaments to win and give you a little bit of confidence coming into a major, which is nice, and I'm full of confidence, and maybe if I didn't win them 2 leading into this, would have I come through that game? But I stuck in there right till the end, even though I led, I still didn't feel like the game was won right until the last start. So those tournaments I've won leading up to this probably got me through.
Haven't had the chance to reflect on the Premier League campaign yet. We know you said at the start you were looking to enjoy the Premier League a lot more. Having come to the end of that now, is that something you felt you achieved with that?
Oh, definitely. I enjoyed it more than any other year I played in it, and that's probably just being a bit more positive and looking forward to playing darts rather than being down on myself. But once the Premier League was over, it is a lot easier. You don't have to travel every week and be home 1 day a week. And once that was done, I know I find my feet and get a little bit more form. And if so, going into Poland winning that, and going up to Kiel winning that one, done well on the Pro Tours, and it's probably playing a little bit more as well, because when the Premier League's on, I tend to miss some stuff. because it is busy. But yeah, the form's coming.
Have you plotted that calendar sort of for the rest of the year? There's obviously a lot of major events, the end of the European Tour, and crucially leading up to the World Championship as well.
Yeah, well, it depends how you do it. If I win this week, then I don't go to the Pro Tours next week. But if I don't win it, then maybe I go. So it all depends how you do lead it up to it, other events. And yeah, I'd happily win this and take a week off, go to Tenerife for a couple of days rather than go to Germany and play some Pro Tours. But yeah, fingers crossed I can win this one and have a week off and chill out in the sun. No worries.
Well done there on that win. We heard at the end there that the crowd were chanting your name, and that's not a new thing this year. It seems to be happening more and more. How nice does that feel, and does that help you on stage, hearing that support?
Oh, definitely, 100%. You know, you do get the odd booze here and there, but you know, over the last 12, 18 months, maybe 2 years, especially in Germany, a lot more in England now, which is nice, and the crowd's always on my side, and it does help. You know, rather than people booing you, putting you off, when they're right behind you in key points of matches, and it definitely helps and gets you over the win line sometimes, and I think it did today.
In the past you've said that compared to a lot of the other guys, you're still quite new to this sport, and you said earlier in this interview that about keeping that emotion on the stage to help you. Is that still part of the learning process, whereas a few years ago you might have just let it all out and let it affect you?
Definitely. I know if it was 5, 6, 7 years ago, that game probably could have got away from me and just slipped away. But yeah, I've learned to just try and keep my emotions intact at key points sometimes, and I did today, I think, in 2 or 3 legs where, yeah, my head was going to blow off, but I just had to keep it in.
Cheers, well done today, thank you.
No worries.
Gezi, you came into this as 11th seed and somewhat belies your form of late. Are you looking at moving up the rankings?
No, for me, it's just staying in the top 16. Nothing else matters, you know, the way the ranking system works now with Europeans and TV events, apart from the Grand Prix, I think you need to be in the top 8 to be seeded. Then nothing else matters, you know. If you will, obviously I'd love to be world number 1, means I win the world championship. So, but apart from that, then yeah, every other ranking doesn't really matter. Apart from sometimes you maybe get a little bit of a better draw, or a bit not so much easier, but something you prefer playing the lower ranked players than the higher ranked ones. But apart from that, it doesn't really matter.
Christo will be up next. Are you looking for bench for High Valley?
I actually forgot about that one, so thanks. But no, Chris is a great player. I've played him numerous times since then, Premier League and, you know, Pro Tours, Europeans. So, you know, he didn't play fantastic today, but I'm not taking anything from that game. You know, he can turn up just as good as the rest of us, and you know, I'm sure he'll play a lot better on Wednesday. I know he's going to. Everyone seems to turn up against me, so I'm ready for it.